Greetings to all the beautiful people watching this video today. This is Diaries of a Wounded Warrior. I'm your host, Halston, and I'm joined today by my lovely wife, Abigail. So, today is Freedom Friday. But before we get started with that, we just want to take a quick second. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We appreciate you helping us grow this channel and supporting us. It really means a lot. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, so if you don't remember Freedom Friday, we're coming together at the end of the week. We're taking some time to ourselves, sitting back, relaxing. I'm about to pour myself a glass of whiskey that we just went and picked up. And basically what we're going to do today is we're going to go over some random topics, random questions. Myself, my wife Abigail, and some of our friends gave us some suggestions. We put them in a flower vase. And we're going to draw from them, and we're going to kind of try and come up with some real quirky and funny answers just right off the cuff. So I'm going to get started pouring my drink tonight. I am drinking Wild Turkey Barrel Proof. So I highly suggest this. If you haven't tried it, it's well worth it.
And I, in my nice little Iowa corn cup, will be drinking a rum punch. It's the Bacardi pre-mixed rum punch, and I've added a little bit of 7-Up and a little bit of sour mix to it because it's a little more bitter than what I typically like to drink, but it's good with the 7-Up and the sour mix.
So why don't you tell our viewers why we support Iowa corn? What is all of that about?
So I am an Iowa corn farmer's daughter. And up until moving to Florida, I was working in the agriculture industry. So Iowa corn is, Iowa is the #1 corn producing state in the United States. And being a farmer's daughter myself, I like to support Iowa corn as much as I can. We are associate members of Iowa corn.
Yes,
so shout out to Iowa corn. Shout out to all the farmers in every state who make it possible for us to eat good food, drink good whiskey, drink good rum.
All the things that we really love.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll get it started off. My wife Abigail is gonna pull, and we're both gonna give answers. So I'll go first. She'll pull, then I'll pull. She'll go second.
All right, pull.
All right.
No, I pulled too.
Okay, so this will be mine, I guess. She chose mine. That's what she does.
Oh, it's my question. You have no idea what it is. Ready for it?
All right.
Is cereal soup? Why or why not?
Ah, man. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say cereal is not soup because I look at cereal like a dessert, not really a meal. I don't think of cereal as a meal. Like if I got up in the morning and I poured myself a bowl of cereal, I consider that the same as getting up in the morning and eating a muffin. It's more like a dessert that I'm supplementing into a meal, if that makes sense. And when I think of soup, I think of warm. I think of like salty. That's just how I think of soup, with like, meat and potatoes, that kind of thing. So I'm assuming she has a different answer.
Breakfast cereal is a breakfast gazpacho. It is a cold soup.
Really?
Gazpacho is cold soup. It is soup that is meant to be served cold. And if you can have cold soup, then why wouldn't breakfast cereal with the milk in it, why not call it soup?
That's pretty fascinating. Hey guys, do you consider cereal to be soup or some type of dessert, or do you even consider it to be a meal? Put it down there in the comments. Let us know what you think. I'm going to move on. Like I said, she chose my question for me. It's a direct representation of our marriage. Not really. All right. What does your favorite animal say about you?
This is another one of my questions.
It was all planned.
It really wasn't.
All right. So my favorite animal is probably a dog. I don't know what that says about me, but I love dogs. I'm a dog lover. I have, our puppy that we adopted just over a year ago. I guess that says that, I'm loyal, consistent, stick to a schedule, and Love to cuddle. I'm a cuddle guy, I think, right? Okay.
He's a cuddle guy.
Yeah. All right. What does your favorite animal say about yourself?
Nothing. Because penguins can't talk.
I'm cutting her off, guys. I'm cutting her off. We're taking away the rum. It's over.
But why is the rum gone?
But why is the rum gone? All right. So since she drew both of those, I'm gonna draw this one. Shake it up a little bit. Ugh. See what we get. Which celebrity or band has the worst fan base? Celebrity or band? I'll let you go first.
So this was a question that we discussed a little bit last night, and I have decided that my answer, and I know a few of you, but Philadelphia sports teams have the worst fan base. Not because you're not loyal, not because you're not like I have mad respect for anybody who stands by their team. It's the way you treat other fans that I'm going to give Philadelphia sports teams my vote on that.
I'm just going to throw it out there, just like a quick kind of caveat to the whole, sports is, for football. I have only been watching football for a year, so I'm going to take what she says to be absolutely true because she's been watching and supporting football for a long time. That doesn't mean that we, frown upon or look down on anybody else's opinions. You're entitled to your opinion. Me personally, I'm going to go the celebrity route. And like she said, we discussed this last night. I have to go with Tiger Woods, his fan base. And the reason why I say that is because I have been watching golf for quite a long time. I keep pretty current on, all the top players right now. And I spend time during the day and I just watch rounds of golf. I know that doesn't sound very exciting to some people, but I really, really like it. I'm trying to get back into golf. So the easiest way for me to do that is to like watch how the pros do it. Anyway, Tiger Woods, whenever he was like super popular, late 90s, early 2000s, before the 2008 incident where, he was an adulteress, he had a major fan base and it's starting to come back. And in those early years, there were several pro golfers that came forward and they said it was difficult to play golf, not because they didn't have the ability to play well, but because the fans that were there, 90% of them was there to support Tiger Woods. So what does that mean? Every time he struck the ball, they cheered all throughout the course. Every time he hit a bad shot, they, still cheered all around the course. But anybody that he was playing against, anybody who challenged them, when they shot a good shot, they booed all throughout the course. Like that makes it really, really hard to play. I was watching last week a final round. I think it was from 2017. He was playing the final round with Francesco Molinari, I believe his name is, and there was this moment where Tiger Woods made like a 20-foot putt. All right, we've seen it 1,000 times. The man's talented. You know what I'm saying? Then Molinari steps up to hit, I think it was like a 16-foot putt, and they were tied for first place at the moment. After Tiger Woods struck his shot, the thousands of people around that area immediately moved to the next hole. Nobody other than his caddy and his family stayed to watch him putt. And they were saying that right there is more difficult than if everybody had stayed to watch. So for that reason and for other reasons, I got to go with Tiger Woods. I'm sorry, his fan base is awful. If you do support Tiger Woods, that's nothing against you. I like Tiger Woods, but if I was there, I feel like I would have, more.
You feel guilty.
I would feel guilty if I was acting that way. So that's just, golf etiquette kind of gets under my skin a little bit. But let us know what you think as far as like bands, pro teams, celebrities. Who do you think has the worst fan base and why? Your turn.
All right, this will be the last question, right?
Yep. Last question. Let's make it a good one.
Okay. This question. Ooh. This came from one of Halston's friends from when he was young. So, shout out to Michael. Halston. I'm not going to answer this one because.
I want you to answer it. I think it would be funny.
All right. Who do you think will win? Movie comes out next week?
Yeah.
Next week. King Kong or Godzilla?
All right. So I did think about this, and I feel like my prediction is going to be wrong, but I got to go with Godzilla. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Been watching all the Godzilla movies since I think they first started coming out, and it was like the 60s, I believe, was the first one, like 64 or 54, I think. Remind me in the comments, was it 64 or 54? I believe it was either 64 or 54. First Godzilla movie came out. Like, obviously, I wasn't born, but I watched it as a kid. And I got to go with my guy Godzilla. Number one, he's got the weight. Number two, he's got the height. And you have a gorilla that's covered in flammable hair. You got a lizard covered in like bedrock plates, nearly impenetrable, who breathes fire with other abilities. And then you got a gorilla who's covered in hair. Like, I get it, King Kong, he might be, more athletic, more agile, more nimble.
More nimble.
But, I don't feel like he can withstand that. I got to go with Godzilla because I feel like, Godzilla's like, with all of his abilities combined, I just feel like he would overtake King Kong. However, I don't feel like that's going to stand up in the movie, and that's because the King Kong versus Godzilla movie, King Kong came out on top, and these movies do tend to cater to the underdog, and I believe that King Kong has been played more as the underdog. So for that reason, I got to go with Godzilla. I don't think my theory is going to stand up, but it is what it is. What do you think, baby?
Go with Godzilla.
Okay.
I've never seen a King Kong movie, so I don't actually know about King Kong outside of like, hanging from the Empire State Building and, picking up women. Like I have some issues with his treatment of women. Or when we watched that Godzilla movie.
Yeah. King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters. Yeah. Probably the only Godzilla movie I've watched ever.
Okay.
Wasn't he actually trying to save humanity?
He was trying to bring a balance back to the world. So, okay. Yes.
So he was kind of the good guy there. So I'm going to cheer for the good guy.
He is playing kind of the good guy in the last couple movies. But he's also playing like the top dog, which is why I feel like I'm still going to root for Godzilla 100%. But I feel like movies like this tend to cater to the underdog, like the one that you don't see that's coming. I feel like they purposefully made King Kong slightly shorter, made him slightly smaller. They got him depicted at the very beginning in chains. Like, this is the person, this is the character that you're like, we hope he does well, but how can he stand up to Godzilla? He's probably gonna come out on the end. It's a guess that I got going on. But we're 13 minutes into the video. We really appreciate y'all spending this time enjoying these random questions that we've been pulling.
Give us more.
Give us more. We'll take suggestions. We'll put them in the vase. We're trying to get that thing filled up, show them how much room we got. So we got to 3 questions today. That's probably going to be about our average pace. We want to get this thing filled. 4. We want to get this thing filled up. And what we're going to do is if you make a suggestion, I'll put your name on it, put it in the vase. When I pull it, I'll give you a shout out. And like I said, we appreciate y'all being here with us today. And just remember before we go that even if you don't realize it, even if you don't believe it, that there's a warrior in every single one of you, and we see it. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you Monday, Maintenance Monday.